All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Pure Entertainment. I'm Michael Alexander. This is Angela DeSalvo. Today on the show, we have our guest, Phil Vilenski from the band Wayland. As always, we have the Hill person, Mr. Sean Schell, and Ryan Fielding of Paragon Customs. Phil, I've known you a long time. Who are you? What do you do? Why are you here?
Man, those are things I asked myself as I woke up this morning. I have not found the answers yet. I can tell you where I've gotten so far. You
got some laundry done.
Yeah.
So we met this morning over at the hotel. We both needed a ride, so we shared a shuttle over.
I put 2 brats in my body first thing this morning. Off to a good start, healthy. Yeah.
But, breakfast.
I mean, we've been coming to Bratfest as a band. Bratfest kind of started, I don't know how long it had been going, but it was nowhere near what it is now when our band first started coming to Madison. Yeah.
Wow.
Man, we had just moved to Wayland, Michigan. Our record had come out. We were on the radio for the first time, and we got hired to come to Madison to play Bratfest. I swear it always rained.
Kind of like yesterday morning.
You've worked on that. Yeah, you've changed that.
We've worked on the rain, that's been one of our biggest accomplishments.
Chemtrails and geoengineering, we've been able to secure a warm, sunny Bratfest.
Hot.
Yeah, but I mean, with man, it's an amazing event that we look forward to every year.
And I love having you. Obviously, been friends for several years, and we've hung out obviously a lot, and a lot of good times.
Ups and downs, man. It's been a journey.
Ups and downs,
and I'm sure it always will be. You know?
Well, tell us too. You've also been. You guys were just doing a lot of writing for a while.
You know what? Everything that everyone knows about my band, Wayland, has pretty much changed in the last year and a half.
Yeah.
From members to our overall, I think. I don't know if you'd call it a mission statement, but just a vibe, a theme, this is the way we look at our whole lives, really, and our band and the way we run it. Our band is our lives. Like, we are this band 24 hours a day on and off the stage.
You travel.
We toured for 7 years, 300 days a year. All that ended November of last year. We did the Kiss Cruise, and after that, we got off the road. Thanks to a new management. We got off the road and we went to LA and we started writing and we started recording and writing more and recording more.
Yeah.
And really, when the question is asked, what does Wayland sound like?
Because
I had to kind of figure that out.
Going a different route with music a little bit, or is it?
I don't think so.
We haven't heard the new stuff quite yet.
I think that Wayland is like our band, like whatever is like sounds. It sounds like me and Mitch to me. It's not like that sound is. I'm so thankful for everyone that's played with us over the years. We've had some amazing people come in and support the band, drummers, bass players. Right now, I'm so thankful for the lineup. Actually, the 2 people that are playing Bratfest with us that are in our band right now are from Madison, Wisconsin.
Awesome.
Which is very special, and they're brothers.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's come down to the songwriting for Mitch and I to figure out what kind of story we want to tell as a band.
Absolutely.
We've experienced a lot. Like, we're not 18 years old.
Right.
And I'm really thankful for that because no 18-year-old would have the experiences that we've had.
Right.
We moved to LA when we were 18 and we started this journey. So, and it's led us here to Bratfest.
That's awesome. How did you and Mitch... Oh, go ahead.
What's that?
How did you and Mitch meet?
It's kind of funny. It is like every story that has to do with that is just fate. I went out to LA to visit where I was going to be living, like on my spring break of high school, my senior year. And Mitch happened to be dating a girl that grew up across the street from me in Wayland, Michigan.
Oh my gosh.
And so I let her know that I was out there, and she's like, I can't come pick you up. I'm going to send my boyfriend. Okay. So Mitch pulls up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How old did you say you were?
I was like 17 or 18.
Oh, sure.
And I had never left Wayland, Michigan before. And I'm in LA, and this guy picks me up, and he takes me to this place called Apartment 14. Okay. And it's like 8 dudes living there with their girlfriends. The lease had been passed down for like 10 years. No one knew who was on the lease. Both the doors had fallen off. The bathrooms were disgusted. You can imagine like what there's.
And you have the ink to prove it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, don't you have a 14 on your arm?
Yeah, well, when Mitch and I first met, we started to call each other. We started to call our band Apartment 14.
Oh, funny.
Because we lived there.
Yeah.
And it was a magic place to me. It was like freedom. It was that first moment when I realized, holy cow, my mom and dad aren't here.
Yeah.
Like, I can do whatever I want, And so we lived on ramen noodles, and we played acoustic guitars on the streets of L.A., and every day thought that Capitol Records should probably be walking down the street at any time with a contract. So it was just a matter of playing Brown Eyed Girl enough times till they liked it.
I love it.
And what number of Brown Eyed Girl is it before you get the record deal? Is it usually 609?
Something like that.
On 610, Capitol Records shows up and they're like, there you go, there's your deal. Thank you for playing Brown Eyed Girl that many times.
There's that saying, like the 10,000 hours, about mastering something, and
Right.
I'm glad we started early, because I don't know if we've hit that yet. But when I first met Mitch, he'd already written a song, and he only knew 2 chords on the guitar, and he had written a song with those 2 chords, and it's still one of my favorite songs.
Sean, isn't that more? Is that double the amount of chords you know?
2.5.
2.5.
Hey, come on. I just learned 4 chords in like 15
Really?
minutes. Well, it was a series of 15
Think how many
minutes,
songs
so-
you could write with those.
Yeah. Well,
She told me that she was going to be your new guitar player. I was like, I think that's bold, Angela.
Well, actually, Michael-
Phil is the guitar player. Like, replacing
We're all
him,
replaceable, right?
It's going to be dicey. This isn't going to go the way you think.
But you did tell me that I could be on the cancellation list for Bratfest.
Yeah, I said if we had any cancellations, I'm like,
Fill in.
you're up, you and your 4 chords. I just want you to go out there and show everybody what you got. And she thought that was maybe not the best idea.
What,
I don't think.
what's a
people
chord?
like that.
What's a chord? It's what we.
I'm
It's
just illustrating my.
this is a chord.
That's what I thought. I'm like, we got 5
she has
right here.
4 of these.
Understand what the.
It's like
I mean,
4 of
okay,
these.
that
She's gonna walk
expensive.
on stage
Doing stuff.
and she's gonna do her thing.
I just
You'd be
kinda
surprised what
laughed a
Angela can do
little
with 4
4
chords.
chords.
4 chords and hope, right?
And hope.
Yep.
Sometimes it gets a little fuzzy too. It's not like clean. It's like.
You'll have that.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
but
great.
that.
I mean, what this last year has taught me is that strategy of management and labels and all this stuff and the politics and the people and the drama and the direction, all stuff, it really is no different than Phil and Mitch in Apartment 14 that sat down to write that first song.
Yeah.
That's what this carried, and those kind of things you.
It's maybe cleaner. I mean, if there's 8 dudes living there with their 8 girlfriends, I'm imagining there's way less pizza boxes.
hygiene has gone up.
Yeah, not as
Absolutely.
many like dirty dishes. And I mean, let's be honest, dude.
Yeah.
8 dudes, 8 girls. It couldn't have been great.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the bathroom? That's all I envisioned. Just the,
Did you guys ever clean the bathroom? Be
guy's
honest.
house
Dude, the bathroom. I mean, I'll just be honest. Yeah, I will be honest. Our bathrooms had, and Tyler Coburn, he lives here in Madison. He'll tell you he got staph infection living in there.
Do you remember when I was on the
he had to
road
have
with
like
you?
his shoes cut out a special way because he had the staph on his ankle.
Oh.
Do you
my
remember when
horrible.
Tyler got that rash when I was on the road with you that one time? And I had to give him Benadryl every day.
He's always getting rashes and stuff.
Oh my God, you guys!
He's gonna be out here tomorrow. He's gonna ask.
Oh,
me.
we love
yeah,
Tyler. And remember I brought too much luggage on that run?
Weird. How many of
He's high
pieces of
maintenance.
luggage were hats?
There was a lot of luggage on that
Michael
run.
came on a 2-week tour with us and played twice. I think.
15 hats with it.
Oh my God!
What city was it where we showed up and they didn't have time for me to play, so I just drank whiskey the whole time,
That sounds like a
got back
plan.
on the bus and drove another 8 hours to the next show.
Oh my
I was
God.
complaining about how hard the road is.
Of course you were.
Feels like, here's the deal.
Diva.
They ran out of time. They're running late. You're not going to be able to open tonight, but you can drink as much as you want. I was like, oh man, this is rough. I was like, this is terrain is hard.
That is
can
too
be.
funny.
Good times for sure. But no, Tyler, man, staph infections. That's
Yeah.
awful. Yeah, you gotta.
It happened. I mean, we were like, we've always been, the people that have been around us and stuff, we've always been all in. Like, there's never been a backup plan. We really love what we do. And Mitch and I decided a long time ago, like, we would do this, we would play songs together if we were homeless under a bridge or if we're playing arenas all over the world and anywhere in between. And I think that mentality, defining at an early age that we were going to do this by being nice and developing relationships
Absolutely.
and being appreciative of the people that are around us and that are helping us. That's really, it's kind of stuck through. And every time, and those have been challenged, like those ideas, a lot over the years, like where it's hard to be nice and or people around us are not being nice. And we've had to see that it's okay to let people leave our lives when
Yeah.
their morals don't match up, I guess, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Moral's the wrong word.
But when sometimes people just outgrow people, and
People change, everyone has
I
two
hate to say
paths to
that like
choose,
that,
right? All
yeah.
the time. And so you can be aligned on the same path for a while, then all of a sudden maybe it's time to go different paths, and
Yeah.
you have to allow that, I guess.
Well, and with you making so many changes with the band as well, that your lifestyle changes then too. Your
Yeah.
what you.
Well, and I think it's worth mentioning, you're not really playing music under a bridge, and you're not necessarily playing arenas yet, but you are headlining Broadfest with Smash Mouth is my other headliner, and Randy
deal.
Hauser is a headliner, and so you're with really good company. So I would say you're somewhere in between, underneath a bridge, and playing an arena.
We're not far from the arena. Way closer to the arena than the bridge.
You're way closer to the arena than when I met you, and you were sleeping on my couch.
You were way closer to the bridge.
Closer
Yes.
to the bridge.
That is
like
so
literally,
true.
the bridge might have been a couple miles away from my home.
Might have been our next gig.
Yes, it might have been the other gig.
No, I'm really proud.
And that
of
brings
the-
us
of
to
the
why
journey.
we chose this location. We have the water to remind you of the bridge, yet we can see the Coliseum.
We have the arena to the right, the water behind us, and
circle.
there's the stage you'll be playing on
My
Sunday.
two paths are represented right here. I
Right
can choose.
here. It's kind of the duality of
True.
nature. That's why we're right here.
Circle of
True.
Brats.
The staph infection is still a thing. Can't shake the staph infection
Is
yet.
that forever? I don't know.
Or at least not in the bridge business anymore.
Oh my God, that is too funny.
That is great. Good stuff. What else? What else you want to talk about?
What have you been doing today?
Yeah, what have you been up to today other than
Laundry.
eating
Well,
brats
I
and
said,
walking around?
We did we're off the road since November, and we've been writing and recording in LA,
Yeah.
working with different producers. We are so excited about the new music we have coming out later this year. I mean, we're finally getting to, and that's what you're talking about music. I mean, we're telling our story through our music. Everyone has been asking the story about these band members, about all these changes, about new management. Because, we're really transparent with our fans. We are so thankful for our fan base that we do Facebook Lives all the time, show them what it's like in our...
I feel like you
We're
guys
living
are-
in an RV park in LA, we show them. We're on the bus, we show them. We have a breakdown, we show whatever it is.
You
we're
crawling to bed with your girlfriend, you show them.
we show them, yeah.
like,
so everyone's asking.
Check this out. This is what I do when I'm not playing songs.
We do show that.
Oh my God, that is too funny.
We really want to share the story through this next batch of songs.
I
That's
can't
what's
wait to
awesome.
hear it.
So we
and
did the
watch
Bon
you guys
Jovi
play.
cruise in February. Did a little tour,
Yeah.
leading down to Miami. Then we went back off the road. We're here for this and a little couple weeks around the Midwest. 9 days, I think. And then that's it. We
And
are
this is
really
your
focused. This is it.
Fling
Spring
tour?
Fling Tour. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
and then after that one's finished, you guys always have I don't know, your whole. Do you have your next tour set?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing
Getting
some
there.
We're doing a weekend warrior tour. We're gonna call it. We're doing some
Awesome.
just weekends at the end of June and maybe a few in August. But that's it.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, we
Very
really
cool.
don't. We kind of need to we just need to spend time writing and recording because
Yeah, I was gonna
all of our music
ask.
which is you start this to do music, right? Or to make music, to write and record.
Mm-hmm.
You start doing this, but then we were on the road so much that became second, third, fourth priority.
Yeah.
And we really need to put some time in doing that and telling that story.
Unfortunately, the music business is geared these days to, if you want to make money, you need to be on the road. Or you need to be selling merch. There's not as much money in actually writing and recording music as there used to be. With all the streaming and the downloads, it isn't like it used to be where you could sell a bunch of records and make a bunch of money. So unfortunately, bands have to be on the road a certain amount of time to make money. And that's why you guys
that's
caught in the
something-
machine. Wouldn't I mean?
It's kind of a duality that way.
But I also think that what if you guys were to just any musician to push that as a hairstylist, I sit there, you want to. It's a little different being if you're getting a nice color, you want to use nice shampoo because you don't want to ruin that color that you just put money into. But I explain things to people that what they need in their life, and just with just laying it out there, streaming doesn't do anything for as much, your quarter of a
Well, it
penny.
gets,
to explain to people because sometimes people
But it
just
gets
are
the music
not aware.
out there, which is
right.
nice.
But also, but
Yeah.
asking people, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking people to buy your CD versus. I mean, I'm a CD person. I actually still put CDs in my car. I don't like.
I'm an
fiddling-
8-track guy myself.
Well,
I don't
I've
like
got
fiddling
an
with my
8-track player in the
phone.
Bonneville, and as far as buying music goes, I stream at the shop on Spotify, but
Is there
if-
one that makes more for people?
Well,
it's just not even about that. It's
I was
it's
gonna
a
say,
new
what
mold.
What I do
Yeah,
though
it
is
is. It really is.
anybody that I see. I love vinyl, and I love the fact that it's coming
love
back
that, too.
because the
Me
artwork
too.
and
Well, and it
the
sounds so much
sleeves,
warmer,
Yeah,
for sure.
I like that too.
And yeah, everybody that has
It's just coming
vinyl
out
available,
back in a different way.
I get it because I know
Me
you know
too.
that's something tangible.
Yes.
So what Ryan's trying to say is, Phil, is that if you don't have vinyl, he's really not going to buy your stuff. So I don't know. It was a roundabout way to tell you.
I was just going to record their show on my phone.
Put it on vinyl.
Put it on vinyl. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, the streaming conversation is just like, it's just a new mold.
Yeah.
And it may turn around and go back to something different.
Yeah.
But
I guess I just always like to support my friends and support people that they're essentially owning your own business.
Absolutely.
And I want to support that. And
go to shows and buy a T-shirt. The music is now free. That's just what it is.
And it is what it is. So there's just...
And that's all. I'll be thankful. Like, I listen to Spotify all day. I stream my favorite radio stations around the country. WJJO is one of them here in Madison.
Awesome.
To listen to what they're playing. Radio is still powerful because radio
absolutely gets it out
plays
there.
you things that you wouldn't normally hear. You know, so I love that, and I really appreciate radio. So I go back and forth between those, but I'm not buying CDs either. So
well, at the end of the day, I think a lot of what I'm getting from you and what you're saying is it's all beside the point.
Yeah. Next, make music, go out and play it.
Like play in music, and it's like me with my shop. Like I always tell people, I don't need $1 million. I just need to be able to show up at the shop, turn the lights on every day, and go do stuff. As long as I have
we do need
that.
multiple, like we do need millions and millions of dollars.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to turn it down.
Hey, Phil wants to be really clear. It's mostly about the money. I mean,
just find other ways to get that money.
Too funny.
no,
too funny.
But honestly, it does go both ways. While maybe Spotify has some negatives, the positives are that music has not been so available for an independent artist to just make music and then just send it out to the entire world and let the world judge whether or not they want to listen to it.
I've been turned on to more artists in the last year because of Spotify than my whole life. I have to say that's true.
For sure.
And
it's
definitely
like...
And Sean Shell gets turned on by a lot of artists.
Well,
Every once in a while, Sean's like, man, that is a hot, good-looking artist. Michael, have you seen that girl? And I'm like, Sean, it's about the music. And he's like, it is, but other things too, Michael.
You promised we
weren't going to talk about that?
Bring that up.
We're just going to be talking about talking.
Talking about talking.
As far as that stuff goes, on a serious note, like I find a lot of my new music through YouTube of all
I
things.
do a lot of
Yeah.
YouTubing too because I want to
YouTube
visualize.
just throws
see.
you suggested, like, if you like this, you
Yep.
probably like this.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I find stuff all the time.
Yeah. Well, and that's, we had Austin Sterling playing here yesterday, and
who is incredible for the record.
Yeah.
If you've never heard Austin Sterling, check him out. He is just a gem.
so Nella that was running
unbelievable.
his stage, she's, it's like, how did you guys meet? Because we've known each other for about just short of a decade. And it was one of those random things where I was on YouTube, and it was over in the suggested, and at that time it was...
I thought you met him on farmersonly.com.
Well, I mean...
What's with all
Michael?
all the really terrible jokes, Michael? Just the best you got.
Worst
Throwing
host.
jokes around.
Hashtag worst host.
Yeah.
It is so hard to stop his words. We just...
While we're at it, I got to make an equipment adjustment.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do it like Hetfield would do.
I'm sorry, Ryan, go back. I don't mean to... Oh, there we go.
That thing's been drooping on me since we sat down. So I'm just going to hold on to it.
All right.
But no,
yeah.
No, so with Austin, I was on YouTube, and it was over in the recommended for you, and at that time it was Hangdog Hearts was the name of his group, and for whatever reason it just looked interesting. The picture wasn't, the thumbnail wasn't all that interesting, whatever. It was just a guy behind a drum set, and I clicked on it, and I was instantly mesmerized. So for you, Phil, he's one of these so he plays banjo acoustic, or has the mic, and he's got his distortion mic, and he's got the tambourine on his ankle, and pedals that do snare and cymbal, and does
One-man band.
One-man band thing, yeah.
Band,
And then he brought in a fiddle player, and his wife Lily does keyboard and stuff now.
Oh, that's cheating.
Yeah. But when I originally saw him,
It's kind of like a lone wolf that's in a pack.
Yeah, exactly. But I had seen him doing his solo thing, and I reached out. I found him on Facebook, sent him a message. I just said, like, dude, I think you're amazing. He's like, well, that video was the second time he'd ever performed in front of people. And I'm like, are you going to do a tour or what? He's like, again, second time I've ever been in front of people.
I never even got the message on YouTube before.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to open
None
it.
of it.
He had to call a nephew.
It was all new. So anyway, I brought him up to Wisconsin and booked him at the Wisco downtown. And then
so cool.
We've been great friends since, and he's touring all over Europe.
You're a
and he
local
played
promoter as well in Wisconsin?
Kinda, I guess.
Look at the hat.
Yeah,
Macho Man Randy Savage.
like Don King with music. Like I don't really do anything other than just make people aware. But no, I do it.
That's beautiful.
I do it for my passion. Yeah,
man. I mean, that's another thing I've learned over the years. There's so many people around music that maybe they don't play. Maybe they're not a label or whatever, but they want it. They are that support community.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't,
and that's
make any dollars from music whatsoever. But I put on a
continue to go out there and
and he's been great for Sean and I, and just helping get the music out there. And it's nice to have. You need those people, the support. And it isn't more. It's
friends
obviously as the fans and the supporters and that network are as important as making the music, because otherwise the music will never be heard.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, Ryan is the one that introduced me to Michael.
Yes.
Like Ryan knew the both
example,
of us. Like these
so
two should.
We're at time. But I just wanted to thank Phil so much for being on the show.
Thank you so
and
much
let
for
everybody
having
know that anything
I
that
wasn't
you
your
want.
first choice as a guest today. I'm glad you made time for me.
Well, we figured we know you well enough that we could have just had you later, because we're going to have to fill in more shows
that's
later.
fine. I got it.
Well, we turned down Gilbert Gottfried to have you here. So
Obviously Phil and I have been friends for a very, very long time. One of my favorite people in the industry. Phil Vilenski of Wayland, everybody. Thank you so much for being on the show, Phil.
Thank you guys.
It means a lot.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
So
enjoy the rest
much
of Broadfest.
Yes, and we're going to see you tomorrow at
8 o'clock.
Again? 8 o'clock. Awesome.
And remember, you can check out Phil anywhere where you can get music. You can get Wayland, and everybody else can listen to it there. And Ryan will be waiting for the vinyl.
Yeah, he's sitting right here next to the willow tree.
Right, he's just going to keep waiting.
Get your tubular meats.
Thank you.
You want another one?
Say the same things.
All right, should we do it again? Yeah. All right.
Just the beginning part.
All right,
or what?
let's do the whole thing over. Let's just reshoot it. Everybody say what you said.
This is our first
you.
big one. I would say we're obviously
for sure.
I think kicking it might have fixed it.
Are we ready?
Yeah, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the world's largest Bratfest. This is the 3rd edition of Michael Alexander and Angela DeSalvo with Pure Entertainment. We have Mr. Sean Shell over here as the Hill person. We have Ryan Fielding to Paragon Customs.
Howdy.
And our guest today is a dear friend of mine. This is Phil Vilenski from the rock and roll band Wayland.
Hello.
We good? All right, thank you.
That was nice. I thought it was just called the Mike and Angie show.
Yeah, it was gonna be. That's a long.
But I'm not Angie.
Called Angie and I'm not.
Yeah.
Tommy Rage.
Get you with my